Our next speaker, he is the founder of StorageMart Corporation. Please welcome Mr. Howard C.
Grabe. Jeff from SM Prime offered everyone Sam Smith and K-pop tickets. Hindi ako papatalo. Pero, medyo small time ng business ko eh. What I can offer is access to those concerts as my plus one. I'm kidding. Anyway, let's start. 2 days ago, I gave my first blood donation. My friend said it was an inspiring and entertaining 15 minutes affair. Inspiring because my blood was going to save lives. Entertaining because I was a big baby, apparently. Hopefully, like my blood donation, you guys will find the next 15 minutes just as inspiring or entertaining, or both. A wise person once said, you have to have a dream, whether big or small, then plan, focus, work hard, and be very determined to achieve your goals. There is no substitute for hard work. This person also started with only 10 centavos in his pocket and a big dream on his back when he traveled to the Philippines back in 1944. At the young age of 16, he chose to stay behind in the Philippines even when his own father flew back home. Only knowing that his goal was to get into business, he dedicated his life reaching his goals and has now built numerous structures, including the one you're sitting inside right now. You guessed it, this man is none other than my grandfather, Henry C. He's someone I admire deeply. He survived solely on dreaming big and hard. He taught me that in order to succeed, you must always have a goal. Who here has a goal in life? Raise your hands. Oh, damn it. Who here already has an idea of what they're going to do after college graduation? Who here has no idea and is hoping one day everything's just going to fall into place? Yeah. When I was your age, I was pretty much the last one. I was so clueless about what I wanted to do. Now that my 20s are coming to an end, I realize that it's okay to feel lost. It's okay to feel confused. It's okay to make tons of mistakes as long as you learn from them. I'm still not sure what I'm doing is correct, but one thing is for sure. Having a goal in my life got me to where I am. I stand here before all of you humbled by this speaking opportunity. Many great businessmen and leaders have spoken before me, so I'm finding it quite difficult to add wisdom on top of that. What I will focus on is really just my personal experiences and thought process going through my journey. I want to make sure there's a bit of advice for everyone, so I'll try my best to briefly touch on all aspects of my work experience. Alright, the slides are going here. Let's start off with a timeline of my life. I was born in 1988. Graduated in Xavier in 2006. Got my first part-time job in 2007. Graduated University of Melbourne in 2010. Started work as PE analyst in Macquarie in 2012. Got self-storage, came up with the idea of self-storage in 2014. Started StorageMart in 2016. And now I have 3 facilities up and running in Metro Manila. When we look at my life in this perspective, even I would go, wow, it seemed all planned out. But in reality, it's actually far from it. The only thing I ever knew was I wanted to start my own business. And this was my goal back then. Back in 2005, I had no idea what I wanted to take up in college. I ended up taking finance because I figured it would help me in business. Same thing happened in 2009. I had no idea what job to take. I was extremely unprepared and just decided to figure it out after graduation. Fast forward to 2011, I was rejected in all of my job applications. I just lacked the right credential because I didn't prepare. Many of the people who were selected had taken summer internships a year or two before graduation. In 2013, I fell into a rut. I was literally working every day 9 a.m. to 1 a.m., all-nighters in between. I questioned myself and what I was doing. Despite that, I just kept at it because I knew it helped me towards my goal. It was great training and a great way to earn seed capital for my business. Self-storage was definitely not something I was ever planning on getting into. And that's because I had absolutely no idea about the industry. Since it's a new industry, no one could locally teach me the ropes. I had to become resourceful. I read online articles nonstop, and I contacted people from overseas to pick their brains. Despite having the idea, it still took me 2 years to find property. All businesses have growing pains. Mine includes learning how to deal with customers, construction, and leaks. I hate leaks. As I started my business, my perspective really changed. I remember when I was in grade school, hindi pa uso yung hashtag walang pasok noon. But every time it would rain, I would be thinking, uy, sana walang pasok. But now, every time it rains, I'm now thinking, uy, sana walang tulog. Great example was the recent typhoon. It was super stressful. So that's just my life, full of ups and downs. What kept me on track, however, was having a goal and working towards it. This leads me to my first life tip. Everyone should have a goal. This goal will act as a good compass every time you go through life obstacles. With most things you do, you should be asking yourself, will this help me get closer to my goal or further away from it? Now, if you don't have one, think about what you want to do for the rest of your life. What will make you happy or proud? Helping people, making money, making an impact. All legit goals. Just give me a second. It's definitely tough to figure this out at such a young age, but don't worry. This goal will change as you progress in life and understand yourself better. You might one day wake up and want a totally different thing, and that's okay. My goal has changed from opening a business to wanting to become the largest self-storage company in the Philippines, and to now wanting to make an impact in my employees' lives. Who knows, it may change further as I grow older. Now, if you still need help, let me spoon feed you. Here's a list of goals you guys can choose from. Until you find your own. Top ones are great, bottom ones are even better. Alright. There are multiple paths you can take that will help if you get closer to your goal. Let me focus on 2 paths. I was a professional for 3.5 years before switching to entrepreneurship. Let me give you tips I wish I got when I was younger. These may sound like common sense advice, but I can't stress enough just how important they are. The best time to start working towards your goal is now. If you do these, I guarantee you'll be ahead of the rest. I'm being a millennial singing in these memes. Be prepared. I'm sure we can all relate to this meme. Be it one day preparation or months before, everyone needs to learn discipline and prepare ahead. Don't be last minute like me. I didn't prepare, hence I got rejected in all my job applications. Research way ahead before graduation regarding potential jobs or companies you want to apply for. You can even do an OJT or an internship at the same company or industry you want to work for. Graduate programs are great ways to fast-track your career if you qualify. Next, be resourceful. Find ways to make yourself stick out of the competition. Remember, there are thousands of you. What will make you stand out? Go to job fairs and business seminars. Network. Referrals make a big difference in any industry. I was able to get a close friend of mine an entry-level position in the same company as I was working for before it was even announced in the job market. Now, when you get hired, remember that this is just the beginning. Getting hired is one thing, but proving you deserve to be there is another. It is inevitable you will encounter rough patches similar to my experiences. Sometimes, in hardship, you lose focus of your goal. Take a step back, breathe, and refocus on the bigger picture. You need to be patient. Filipinos should be the most patient people thanks to EDSA. Nowadays, our behavior patterns have changed. Everyone wants to receive everything instantaneously. This is because of smartphones and the internet, making everything so quickly accessible. My dad told me a story. He had a Millennial employee quit on him just after 6 months, stating he felt like he didn't make a difference in the company. My dad just scratched his head. Be patient. You will make an impact. People tend to forget companies aren't built overnight. It would be silly to assume someone can just come into the company and make major decisions without earning the respect of everyone. Patiently build trust and respect first. In order to earn respect, you must learn to give. Afterwards, let your results speak for yourself. Learn to sacrifice. Not everything you do in life will make you happy, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. I wasn't happy with my life in my past job, but I knew deep down inside it was helping me towards my goal. Don't quit because it's getting hard. Sacrifice now for a better future. Now, I'm not saying be a workaholic. It's okay to enjoy it, but it's not okay to enjoy it without a plan and say, bahala na si Batman. Have a goal and slowly work towards it. Okay, on to the other side of the coin. If being an entrepreneur is your goal or a way to reach your goal, then you're in for a world of pain. I found this quote by Mark Suster, a prominent venture capitalist, about being an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur is sexy for those who haven't done it. It's gritty, tough work where you will be filled with self-doubt. Entrepreneurs are survivors. This is a great snapshot of my current journey so far. Numerous times I've doubted myself and questioned why I'm even doing it. But at the end of the day, I know it's a means to my end goals. If you want an extremely fulfilling but never-ending cause of stress, then entrepreneurship is for you. I probably should talk about my business really quickly. Self-storage is basically leasing extra storage space to customers, both residential and commercial. I got the idea while watching Storage Wars. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Well, if you guys want more info, just check out the website or drop me a message. I learned so much being an entrepreneur over the past 2 years. Let me share some of the key lessons. When starting a business, scrutinize your idea. I always ask myself, if my idea is so great, why hasn't anyone done it yet? Bounce your ideas off people and get their feedback. Don't forget, your needs and wants may not be the same as your target customers. Similar to the cartoon above. Don't fall in love with an idea. After all the deliberation and it doesn't make sense, learn to let go. Parang X lang yan. Hugot na. Again, I can't stop stressing on this, but be resourceful. Learn best practices. Don't settle for second best standards. Think global. What is the best practice for this industry? Filipinos deserve the best and not just good enough. I really dislike the mentality, everything is better overseas. With the internet, it's more than possible to learn everything online. There are so many experts in the industry globally. Find a way to connect with them, like use LinkedIn. Take it from someone who learned everything about their business online. Understand your numbers. Many bad businesses or headaches could be avoided if people just put in the effort to realistically analyze their numbers before investing money. Make a realistic financial model. Forecast all the costs, then put some expense buffers to ensure your business has room for unforeseeable events. For revenue, be realistic. Can you sleep soundly knowing every day you have to make a certain amount of sales? Combine these and you have a good indicator of whether your business will fail or not. And finally, execute. So many people have so many amazing ideas. The problem is, they stay as ideas. They're not willing to take the risk and commit themselves 100%. I don't blame them. It's scary, it's hard. I couldn't sleep the night before I committed myself to my business. But just remember, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Now, if you've done everything I've said and took the leap of faith, here comes the hard part. Running the business. Similar to being a professional, starting a business was hard enough. Keeping it afloat is even harder. Be a leader, not a boss. Be hands-on, know everything. I learned to do everything in my business as I truly believe in leading through example. How will you teach your managers the right way if you don't know how to do it yourself? In turn, how will they teach their staff if they've never been taught the right way? Take care of your employees. If you want to make an impact, start with your employees. They make or break your company. My dream is to uplift their lives through my business. I get so much fulfillment seeing them happy and growing in life. To me, these are the most fulfilling moments in my journey so far. Now lastly, my favorite one, be cheap or frugal. I am cheap, so I'm perfect for this. Control your expenses to give your business more breathing room for error. Knowing how many hours and all-nighters I worked to earn my seed capital, it made me very frugal handling it. If you know how hard it is to earn 1,000 pesos, you won't simply throw it away on unnecessary expenses. Although I'm a bit extreme, so don't be like me, this is a good example of extreme cheapness. This is a photo of my first cash box when we just opened. I was too cheap to buy one. So yeah, this is a glimpse of what I've learned through my work experience. Hopefully some of these lessons stuck to you. I'd like to end this by giving you my current attitude towards life, my dad's favorite story. Both the Dalai Lama and the Shantideva said a quote similar to this. If you have a problem and you have a solution, don't worry. Because what is the need of worrying? Now, if you have a problem and you don't have a solution, don't worry. Because what is the use of worrying? Pretty straightforward. No matter what happens, do not waste time worrying. Instead of wasting time sulking, posting a rant on Facebook, or looking for someone to blame, just focus, do what must be done, and fix the problem and move forward. This works for all life scenarios. If that's still too complicated, then here. Now, whichever path you take, always focus on the bigger picture. Don't worry if you wake up and one day your goals change. Don't worry if you hit a roadblock. Don't worry if you're completely lost. Stay focused, continue to work hard, and move towards your goal. Thank you very much.
Mr. Howard C., founder of StorageMart Corporation. Palakpakan naman po para Mr. Howard. Micah, I believe you're with somebody for a quick Q&A.
What's your name and your university?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Good afternoon. My name is Vivian Colenti Dahab. I am from Xavier University Ateneo de Cagayan. And my question goes like this, sir. How will you give advice to the young people of our generation that are lost in terms of their career path?
Well, I guess similar to what I said in my speech, just really try to find a goal, something that you enjoy doing, or just imagine yourself what will make you happy in the long run. Similar to me, I literally had no idea what I wanted to do back in college. When I graduated, even then I was like, should I be taking up finance? Should I be doing this job? But then, just because I had a goal in my mind that I wanted to start my own little business, that kind of helped me decide on major life decisions, such as my college career, my college course, my job, all of that really helped me towards my business goal. So as long as you have a goal, I think, slowly you can figure your way out there. I think I'm not sure that.
Thank you so much for that, Mike. I'm now calling on, of course, Ms. Dana, Sir Benny to award and Ms. Maribig to award Sir Howard C. of a token of appreciation. Once again, Howard C., founder of StorageMart Corporation.